Hello, my beautiful, beautiful darlings. Hello, family, and welcome to all the new subscribers to my channel, which is slowly growing. Please, if you like what you're seeing, share and subscribe, because apparently that is the only way that I can get to reach people in this given time of lockdown and isolation. Anyway, welcome to Isolation Guru, me, Nicky Alan. How are you doing? Today, I've been inspired to do this video because I've been doing I had a little dabble with love readings on Facebook, which I then secondarily put it, is there a word, secondarily? I don't know. Anyway, and I put it over to YouTube, and it's kicked off many emails and messages to me about love relationships. And you know what, there was a couple that really made me feel a bit sad, and not in a condescending way, but they just because there were people that, you know, were still getting over relationships from 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and that's just not healthy. And it really makes me sad that people have been treated so badly, or have had their heart broken so severely that it stopped them from loving again. And one of the most important things to know is that once you've let go of that energy, once you've let go of what happened to you, then you'll open yourself up to such amazing abundance and energy. And that's the way to go forward. But it's so bloody hard, isn't it? Because you've given your heart, your soul to someone, and they've just literally ripped it out, looked at it and thought, I really don't care about that, it's nothing to me. And you've invested your whole life and energy into that person, okay? And it is the worst feeling, apart from losing someone. And I've said this before, you know, when we lose people, we accept that there's a physical loss eventually, and then we can move on with our grieving, and then we perhaps will instill a spiritual relationship with someone that's passed over to the spirit world. However, when we've still got that person walking, talking and moving on, it's just more torture. And we tend to like to delve into it, don't we? We do this Bridget Jones thing where we like want to feel sorry for ourselves. I don't. I used to, but I don't do it now. But you know, you perhaps become a stalker on Facebook. I do. I couldn't do it to myself, but I know that some of you do that, and perhaps you'll sit there and, you know, get the ice cream tub out and look at old photos of them, or God knows what. You know, it's very hard, because we tend to also, because we are so upset by the betrayal or by the loss, or just it simply could just be an amicable breakup. Perhaps it wasn't your decision though. And you just feel wounded, and there's nothing you can do. You know, they're on your mind. You look at all the rose tinted wonderful times together, which our minds tend to do, our monkey brains, and you don't actually see that the universe created this because it was wrong. The universe, you know, there are three relationships. There are relationships that are meant to be, and that's wonderful. Okay, and then you like literally have a very happy life, and you're married, or you do whatever you do, and then everything's wonderful, and it was meant to be, it was written, and all the rest of it. You have your karmic relationships, which are sometimes previous life relationships, where I've done a video on this, remember, where basically you have a lesson to learn along with that person. You both contracted yourselves to do this lesson, to either heighten or test you in this life. So you can either fail it or succeed it, and you can only be able to review that when you go up. Okay, so there's the karmic ones, and then there's your twin flame. Your twin flame soulmate relationships. Okay, I kind of see them as the same thing. Twin flame, they sometimes say, it's literally, you know, the other half of your soul, and the other half of your light, and all the rest of it. But you don't always end up with your soulmate or your twin flame. Now, if you have had a breakup with a twin flame or a soulmate, someone that you've had past relationships with in previous lives, and as soon as you meet them, you know it's right, and then they fail you and let you go, or you fail them and let them go, that's a harder one to get rid of, because you're literally splitting the atom, if you like. You're splitting away from someone from your soul group, and that's really hard to do. So I'm going to give you a few tools to help you shift this quicker. All right, because you shouldn't be spending months or even years on this. Absolutely not. I'm talking weeks, baby. You know, you cannot allow your energy to be connected to someone that has completely disrespected you, who's completely thrown you away. You know, they obviously don't want you, and it's their issue. right? It's their issue, it's their problem, it's not yours. And that's what you've also got to, you know, reflect on. And it's almost, you have to thank the universe for getting involved and getting them out of your life. And I know it's really, really difficult, believe me, but I'm trying to give you the strong, you know, the strong, let's go and do this choice, as opposed to that, oh yeah, it's really bad, just sit there and cry for the next few weeks, months, years, you know. So this is, it's just, it's not a harsh, condescending thing. This is about me telling you that if you don't let go of this, if you don't cut the cords that connect you to this person, then you will stay miserable, and you're also going to block yourself from meeting other people and attracting abundance and happiness in your life. If you, once you are full of self-love, of confidence, you're back in your own space, full of ambition and looking forward to the future, you then reflect people like that, you know, exactly the same as you. They're vibrant, they're free, they're single, they're looking for adventure, they're looking for new ways forward, blah, 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 and then you'll end up attracting that right person. You're not going to do it if you're sitting back thinking about the arsehole you were with. Sorry, but it's true, isn't it? So all you're going to do is attract someone who's just as negative, someone who hasn't got over someone that hasn't got their life together, someone that doesn't really love themselves, someone that's blamed themselves for the relationship. So, you know, you're going to attract someone that really isn't someone you deserve, okay? And the reason that the universe has kind of said this didn't work is because you didn't deserve, you deserved better, right? You know, and especially with people like empaths, we tend to love people no matter what size, shape or, you know, type they are. But if they love us and we get that attention and we love them back, or they need like rescuing because they're so miserable, because they're so sad because they haven't sorted their lives out, we're on them. We're on them to help them and bring them through, and then they'll just, you know, kind of, I don't know, bin you or whatever. And then what happens then is like you look at yourself, it's not you, it's them. They're the mucked up ones. We've come in to try and save them, and they you know, it's not our job. It's not our job to save weak people or people that don't know where they are in life, you know. And so don't reflect it on yourself. So here are the tips and the things I've done that are proven to me to shift my energy really quickly, okay? And it doesn't mean I don't care. You can't stop loving someone. Of course I still love them, I adore them, but that will obviously go in time. You know, you can't just switch off love. Some of those people can, who you've been in relationships with, because they never really loved you in the first place. Okay, so yeah, you will have that, but then when you get a feeling of that, you just say, yeah, I honour that, but off you go, because it's not serving me, and it will eventually go. That's not going to go for a while, the love connection, but your monkey brain and your approach to grieving them and getting over the relationship can change, and it can take you out of that heart-wrenching, heart ripped out, my God, I can't go on feeling, you know. Every time you think of them, you get an adrenaline rush because it's a shock, like, Christ, I'm really not with them, you know. Do you know the feeling I mean? So let's have a look at some of the tips that I've adopted, and these have been things that have either come in meditation, that have been inspired, or I've just felt the need to do them, or the universe has given me people that have plopped these things in front of me, and I've gone with it. All right, I always, when people give me any try this, do that, I do. All right, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, bloody fantastic. I cannot stand people that moan about situations when they don't do anything to help themselves or take up any advice, you know. I think Ted, do you want to go on that? He's looking for a cushion so he can do his, oh, I had a little slippage there. So yes, let's get on with it. Shut up, Nick. Shut up and get on with it. So the first thing that I need to talk to you about is obviously writing it out. Any counselling session that you go to, normally there is at some point of your therapy to deal with whatever you need to deal with, you need to write things out, okay? What I tend to do first of all were the pros and cons of being in a relationship with the person, okay? Because we tend to put, you know, men and women, we tend to put like the rose tinted glasses on and forget about really the shit times, because we like to punish ourselves and make ourselves feel really sorry for ourselves. So one thing I do is, and I repeatedly write it out. Try that. Repeatedly write it out. I write it out, the pros and cons of the relationship, right? And so it really highlights the things that perhaps you were sacrificing, that you thought, oh no, I don't mind that. Well, you should have minded that, because that was a big thing, you know. Perhaps it's that you know, he didn't want children, but you did, but you thought, oh no, he'll come around, you know, ignore it. Perhaps you wanted to end up living abroad and he didn't. You know, these are things that you need to write out. Pros and cons of the relationship. Was he helpful? Did he cook? Did he look out for you? Was he romantic? Have a look. Just write down the pros and cons of the relationship with him. Most of you will have a really short pro list, and it'll be just because he was interested in you or she was interested in you. And then when you actually really start, you know, having a look at the relationship, you may find that, wow, there was a lot not right with that. No wonder it didn't work. Can you see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Also, so keep doing that, because the black and white reality of what you're reading really does prove enlightening. Okay. After that, also write out if there's any red flags or times where you didn't feel comfortable with any comments, or where you thought that was a bit shitty. See if there was any passive aggressiveness there. See if there was any control or manipulation. And you know, with mine, I remember how many times I caught them out on lies. It was like, that's about 30. Do you know what I mean? I was just being lied to all the time. And so write out the lies, you know, write them out, because it basically, again, highlights without the monkey brain interfering, because the monkey brain will try and defend it. Oh yeah, but he was like weak, or oh yeah, he didn't know what he was doing, oh bless him. No, none of that. At the end of the day, you're lied to, okay? You're betrayed. So write it out in black and white. It is a statement of fact that he lied to you, or she lied to you, or she didn't do this for you, or when you needed her, she wasn't there, you know? So write out, it's so powerful, okay? Also write a letter to them as well, and keep on writing letters to them, all right? But every time they come up, you need to get the energy. They're renting your head for free at the moment, okay? And they don't belong to be there. They don't deserve to be in your beautiful space any longer. And so by writing the letters of what you're thinking and feeling out to them in a soul journal, just saying, if not, just in a notepad, whatever you want to do on a computer, just keep writing letters to them about how they let you down, how you feel, as if you were sending them, okay? I know that I put a thing on Facebook about the supermoon last night. Okay, so lots of people could have written a letter and burn it under the supermoon last night, because it's a very strong energy for rebirth and renewal. You know, so perhaps look at lunar movements, because the moon is a very powerful source for you to get rid of stuff. And charge crystals, but that's another thing. Okay, so it's all about the self and writing out everything to them, the pros and cons. So that I found that really helped me. Okay, to just clear it. And every single time it was like, well, why did he do that? You know, because a lot of you won't get closure either. You're like, what the hell just happened? You know, or they said they loved me so much. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? Right, write it all out. Why did they do that? Okay, and then perhaps try and answer it yourself. You know, you may find that you might get divine inspiration then, and that you might get your own answers there. Okay, the other thing I used to do as well is I used to be the strong, no nonsense, no BS friend. Okay, I'm going to sound like a nutter, aren't I? But it does bloody work. It really does work. You've got to get your happiness back. You've got to get your confidence back. You know, you get stripped bare when you're going through heartbreak. So don't bloody have it. Get yourself back up there, sisters and brothers. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, yeah, okay, you did what you did. You broke my heart. You ripped me to pieces. But you know what? I've got to move on. You can't stay in that energy. So this is the energy I adopted. So for instance, say like I was like, yeah, but you know, she was so lovely. Yeah, she was lovely, but all she cared about was just like looking in the mirror and making sure her hair was okay, and who paid for her hair. You know, get over yourself. You know, all she did was care about how she looked, and guess who paid for it? You did, because she didn't even have a proper job. Let's look at it. Do you really want to spend your life with someone that's got? So I was being, not the devil's advocate, but I was being a strong friend, having a word with myself, okay? Dogs thought I was lunatic, don't care. But it's a good way. You're almost giving yourself therapy by talking to yourself and adopting the strong friend who couldn't stand the person you were with anyway, half, and then you going, yeah, but, and in the end you will see that the friend that you've made up, schizophrenic people, the friend that you've made up, well, you think, Christ, they're bloody right, you know? So speech therapy or talking with yourself, which at the moment really isn't an issue, is it? Because we're all stuck indoors anyway, especially if you live alone. Okay, talk it out with yourselves. Talk it out. It does work, trust me, okay? Also, I'm going to give you the spiritual aspects of how to approach this. If you want to do other stuff, then please do. But this is the spiritual way, and I have to say, I've done it. I've been through it twice now, and it's shifted quicker and quicker each time. Right, last year arsehole, this year arsehole. So you just got to try and clear it as quick as possible, and so that's what I've done. Okay, their loss, isn't it? Their loss, because I'm magnificent. I am, you know, and this is another thing you need to do, which is my next thing, affirmations. So once you've done your pros and cons and you've done all your right and okay, you look in the mirror and think, hang on a minute, let's have a look at who I am as a person, what I've got to offer, right? So just it's almost like you're doing a profile of yourself for a dating site or something like that, right? So look at yourself. I'm gifted, I'm talented, I've got my own home, I've got no debt, I'm funny, I'm creative, I find myself very attractive, I'm a lovely, loving, loyal person, I'm generous, I'm kind, I would never hurt anybody, right? Right, and if you can as well, write it down. You need to start building up self-love, okay, and self-worth, self-belief. And then you look in the mirror, and if you look, and in my self-love video, right, affirmations, I love you, you're a good girl, well done you, you've done so well, I'm sorry this happened to you, but do you know what, it was meant to be because you deserve so much better, I love you so much, right, do it. Do it, do it, do it. It's hard if you're feeling down on yourself, but do it. It is powerful stuff, people, I'm telling you. Do it. Tell yourself how brilliant you are. Highlight all of your brilliant qualities, okay, and keep telling yourself how much you love yourself. Okay, watch the other video because again it shows you other things to do, because I don't want to make this too long. Okay, so we're doing that. Now this is the other thing that I did straight away. I started using my crystals. So first of all, I had labradorite. This is my favourite. I bloody love this. Can you see it? How it shines? Absolutely bloody stunning. If I could wear this all over myself, I would. It's absolutely stunning. Now labradorite is one of the most perfect crystals for a broken heart. Okay, it's really, really good for that. I normally have pendants because they're near my heart chakra. I've got my coaster jewellery on at the moment, but that project is coming up soon. Sea glass is a very, very powerful stone as well, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. So yes, labradorite reflects other people's energies and intentions, protects your energy, massive protection stone, and also is perfect for heartbreak. Okay, I won't go into all the properties because there's loads of them, but basically that's a really good one, and it's really pretty, labradorite. Look at it. I have, as I say, I have them near my thymus, near my heart chakra, because I think, yeah, my heart, because this is all where your emotions are going to be stored. So this is why you get that pain in your chest or that gripping feeling where you can't breathe and you're like, oh my god, I can't stand this anymore. It's because all of your chakras blocked up. Okay, so I normally wear pendants for heartbreak, but by all means you can have them on bracelets, rings, earrings, whatever you want to do. Okay, so I had labradorite on, and then I sensed that I needed to change it, and so I went on to amethyst. Right, amethyst, again, one of my perfect stones. This looks a bit pinky here, but it's like purple. Amethyst, again, is a perfect stone for grieving. This is also good for, you know, grieving the loss of someone that's passed over, but it's an excellent grieving stone. It also brings you lots of calm. It also helps your intuition and your third eye if you're a spiritual person to connect up and perhaps get spiritual help. And it's a really good stone for healing. Basically, it's one of the like, you know, one of the staples for healing, amethyst, and it's so common everywhere. You can get absolutely any form of it anywhere you want. Okay, so I was burning it rather than haul all of my crystal stuff, because I've just done it under the supermoon, just charged it all. But I also was burning. I've got like tea lights, so I would have amethyst. So first of all, I had labradorite around me, then I had amethyst around me. Okay, and I had like big chunks of it with a tea burner in the middle, you know, so I'd have a tea light. So I had all amethyst around me, okay, to just soothe me, grieving, and make sure my vision was connected so I could speak to my guides and ask them what the hell happened. And they, oh my god, that's amazing. I might tell you about that in a minute. So I did that. The next thing I did was rose quartz. Oh, hang on a minute. bloody hell. Right, so labradorite, when I was wearing that for protection, I also called upon Archangel Michael, who is the daddy. He's the warrior angel, okay? And I had one of the people, I'm not going to go into hierarchies, basically Archangel Michael, and I kept asking for him to cut the cords that bind me to the situation and the person I was with. So you picture the person in front of you, you imagine all these ties coming out of them, and Michael slaying it, okay? And I was doing that. Same with amethyst, I was doing for grieving, I was asking for Raphael on the green ray, Michael's on the blue, Raphael to come in and bring healing to my heart and my soul. I did not want to feel that awful loss anymore. It was killing me. It was a physical pain and I hated it, okay? So I did that. Then I knew that I had to change it intuitively to rose quartz, self-love people. So then I changed my angel to Archangel Chamuel that comes in on a pink ray, and she will serve you with self-love. She will give you your confidence back. She'll help you to manifest a new life and new beginnings. Really powerful angel, okay? And then I changed all of my crystals around my bed when I was sleeping, under my pillow, around my pillow, everywhere around me, rose quartz, okay? So I could just breathe in that self-love, filtering all the negative energy and having that self-love there, okay? Then I moved to my favourite. This is a perfect one because this moonstone, can you see it? Look at that blue glitter in. It's got a rose quartz. I've got loads of moonstone. I didn't realise I was getting it all out for the moon yesterday. I've got a shitload of it. So there's the moonstone, which again is an excellent healing stone, but it's more known for connecting with intuition. It's sorting out relationships. It's sorting out your feelings in relationships. It's sorting out what was wrong, what was right. God, this top is really annoying because it keeps slipping off. I feel like I'm getting undressed, darlings. Okay, so, oh, that was a good one. So basically that is a really good stone for mood upliftment, banishing depression, really making you feel good about yourself. It's an uplifting stone, okay? So I had moonstone all around me as well, plus it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it glinting, but this one's like rainbow. Can you see it? Rainbow moonstone. So I had those around me, and then I had Australian crystal, fire crystal, which I've still got in my ears. And then I've moved to my sea glass today, and sea glass basically represents strength, endurance. If you think about it, a bit of glass goes into water, it gets thrown around for perhaps, you know, tens, hundreds of years, whatever, and then it washes up, and it's got its own beauty from being battered, and it's got this endurance part, you know, part of it. And it's actually very, very strong in pagan rituals as well, really strong. I've got this crystal, so I had put this on this morning, plus it's got seahorse, which is one of my favourite animals in the sea, and I feel like I need to wear that now. So go with the flow and your intuition and what you feel like. You know, if you're a crystal person, one, they look beautiful in jewellery, two, they do what they do, like what they say on the tin, okay? So perhaps make it a little project, what crystals work for me. Also, whilst I was doing that, this all sounds like hard work, but do you know what? If you want to get rid of the shit out of here, and the tears and the anger and all the crap, do this, because I'm telling you it works. Whilst I was doing that, I have it burning every day, and I've got Bliss on at the moment. I bloody love that one. Remote controlled essential oil burner. Okay, essential oils, absolutely perfect as well. Get you in the right mindset. So every morning, I do them all day, to be fair, unless I'm out, but every morning and every night before I went to sleep, I would burn them. Now what I did was I went through and researched cocktails, if you like, you know, recipes for essential oils. So if you're feeling stressed by the situation, 4 of lavender, 2 of cedarwood, 2 of orange, 1 of ylang ylang. Okay, massive for retrieving for stress. This was a good one for feeling upset, depressed or heartbroken. 3 bergamot, 2 geranium, 3 lavender. There was anxiety was another thing. Oh, this is a good one for depression. 1 lavender, 1 ylang ylang, 3 mandarin. So all the base notes and all the rest of it. This is a ratio. So if you've got like a bigger pot, then perhaps, you know, add 1 to each one, to each flavour, whatever you want to call it, oil. 2 frankincense, 2 orange, 2 lavender for depression. These are just quick ones that I'm just chucking out there for you to give you an example. You can research it yourself. For like sleep, 3 vetiver, 3 lavender, 2 frankincense. And again, it was just another thing for me adopting this attitude of I'm doing something for myself, okay? So I was burning that as well. I was burning those oils, okay? I was also having my Epsom salt bath, which is a good detox, drinking loads of water, watching what I ate, just to try and get, you know, because at the end of the day, I believe that from how we feel, we create toxins in our body. So think about getting all those toxins out. It's almost like you're purging your system and your soul and your energy from this situation, because it doesn't serve you anymore, okay? It doesn't serve you anymore. No matter how much you love them, it doesn't serve you anymore. So I did the essential oils. Also, what I did was well, which again was bought in front of me by somebody. Both of these were people-led. My friend Anne Lloyd, and I know I keep saying about it, but they really did help, and that's sacred oils, okay? So sacred oils, you basically I place a sacred oil on the base of my throat and on my wrist. You can order them, I don't know, just Google it where you can order them from. But then you get a meditation with each oil, okay? And the one that I did was violet leaf, which was for grief, okay? So you smell that in, and then you do a meditation with it, and it helps you to grieve, okay? And then I think I used rose oil, which they smell amazing. Did the meditation for self-love and, you know, connecting ourselves with complete love and after heartbreak. Absolutely wonderful. Look into sacred oils, they're amazing. Okay, so I use those as well. Also, another friend of mine sent me a video last time with the last one about narcissists and empaths, and then it got me into watching videos on YouTube. And what I've taken from that is every night I've been doing sleep hypnosis, right? So I go to sleep listening to and going through a hypnosis. So this is going to be getting over heartbreak, letting go of your ex, moving on, manifesting abundance, changing, and listen to what your body needs, listen to what your intuition is telling you, okay? So basically, if you think, do you know what, I need strength today, then do a sleep hypnosis for gaining strength. Or, oh God, I'm having a really bad day, I really miss him today, I need to strengthen that up, you know? So letting go of an ex, you know? Just play those as you go into sleep, because they really, really do help, trust me. Plus, I've been doing meditations during the day as well. There are guided meditations on YouTube, which basically will help you get over someone. And they literally are ones to get over an ex or to walk away, cutting cords with Archangel Michael. Okay, that was a really good one. And every day I say thank you to Raphael for bringing healing to me, and Michael for strength. They're the two that I'm talking to at the moment, saying, yeah, keep me strong, because I'm feeling really good at the moment. I'm feeling really good, okay? As I say, you know, unless you're a cold-hearted bitch or a cold-hearted arsehole, you are going to still love this person desperately and wonder what the hell happened, because, you know, you were in love and you had plans for the future. But you know what? They let you down, so what can you do? So this is what you've got to look at. You've got to look at self-love, getting yourself back in the game, renewal, rebirth, okay? Anything you can do to get yourself back in that game, do it. If you are more spiritually minded, then please meditate. Perhaps not just for guided seedings, but I go up to my guides and went, what the happened? And that's how I got my inspiration for the karmic relationship video, because they went, he failed his contract. He should have done what he did, but he was too weak. All right, okay. And so if you've got connections with guides, or you've got, you know, the ability to visualize and meditate, go up there and ask them, you know, what's coming. Also, what really helped me, I used my angel card. So I'd ask questions, and I would say, you know, what the hell's happening? And it'd be like, there's your answer. Never failed me, okay? So these are all tools that have served me well and brought me back to strength, self-belief, self-love and self-worth. Because you do, you take a hit, don't you? And these are just a few tools that I use that have got me back into a space of happiness and actually waking up, you know, happy and contented now and ready for, you know, whatever's coming. Whether it be a new relationship, new job, new holiday, whatever it is, you know, I'm now free and completely able to do whatever I want. The world is still my oyster, and if someone didn't want to come for me for that brilliant ride, then that's their fault, isn't it? If they want to go and do what they want to do in their life of misery and weakness, let them do it. That's fine. But for me, I've got the world sitting at my feet. I can do whatever I want, and this is what I want you to get to. I want you to get to a stage of self-belief, self-love, self-worth. I think, do you know what? Yeah, it was nice. Yes, it ended badly, or it could have even ended nicely. Yes, I still miss them, but you know what? It's done, right? And it's so difficult. I know you don't want to let go, because it really means finally that you've got to switch that machine off. You've got to say goodbye. But you know what? Do it, because you're opening yourself to a door of massive opportunity, new love, new beginnings, new everything. So go for it. What's stopping you? I hope this really helped you anyway. It's just a few little tips I thought I'd share, because I've had quite a few emails from people saying that, you know, the readings helped, but you know, they're still struggling. So I thought, you know what, rather than answer a load of emails, I'll do a little video on it. So I'm going to go, I think, and sit on the beach. I know I'm not allowed to, but it's my, you know, walk. It's my exercise, because it is absolutely scorchio out there. Work on the tan, baby. So take care, stay strong, okay, during this lockdown. And you know, this is a great way to spend some of your time on you, okay. While you've got nothing else to do, why not take up a few of the things that I've recommended here to help you get away from heartbreak, move on and start loving yourself, because you deserve better. You deserve brilliance. You deserve someone that adores you. You deserve no baggage. You deserve no carrying anybody. You deserve someone mutually loving you and making you feel the best person on the planet. And obviously that didn't happen, did it? Because otherwise it would have been carrying on now. Think about it. You're amazing. So with that, I'm going to love you, leave you, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Love you all. Bye.